We welcome our Boston, New York Knicks audience here at Phoenix. The 76ers have a 2-point lead. That's Darryl Dawkins throwing it up. The Phoenix Suns in the white uniforms come back, and here is Garherd ahead of the field, blocked by Darryl Dawkins. It has been a very intense first quarter. The 76ers build up leads of 6 points twice. Phoenix came back to trail by 2. We'll look at this again, John.
Well, the Suns wanting to run, and they're doing a very nice job of it. Coming into the game, the Phoenix Suns were quite concerned with the Philadelphia 76er fast break, but at the other end, they're coming out pretty nicely also.
Walter Davis, the player, first-year player for Phoenix that his all-pro teammate Paul Westphal says is flat out the best forward in the NBA. It's saying a lot, but it comes from a pretty good source. Leads all scorers in the game with 9 points for the Suns. Garherd can't get it to go, and Erving gives it to Free. The 76ers playing a very, very fast-moving offensive game. Still holding to the lead by a single point now. Steal attempt by Garherd, and Phoenix leads the NBA in steals as a team. Does not work, and Collins brings it in.
Both clubs playing the passing lanes very nicely today. They're really going after the steal. I think they both have pretty basic concepts, in particular Phoenix.
Julius Erving against 6'11" Dennis Autry, and Erving jumps right over the defense but can't get it down. And 6'2" rookie Mike Pratt takes down the rebound. The lead to Buse. And again, Phoenix can't hit it, and so with 10:52 to play in the first half, it is 27-26 Philadelphia. And now the Phoenix Suns start to run. This is Don Criqui with John McLaughlin. We welcome our Knicks Celtic viewers who have just joined us for an update on this game between the Suns and the 76ers. It's a 2-point game, Philadelphia. Doug Collins, the all-pro backcourt player, with the steal for the 76ers. Philadelphia's kept the pressure on. Both teams have gone to their bench often. A lot of fresh troops needed in this very, very hotly competitive game. Now the rebound is Garherd, and Don Buse, who's played an excellent floor game for the Suns, kicks off to rookie Mike Bratz. He is rejected by the big guy, Darryl Dawkins, who's liable to wipe some people out.
Now that was a very nice block, mainly because he did not throw the ball out of bounds. He got it back and, of course, got the ball up the court.
The Suns were down by 6. Westphal hit for 8 points in the second period to get them back in the game. And now with 2 minutes to play in the second period, Phoenix has a chance to tie the game. Watch that block again.
Watch this block. He deflects the ball, he catches it, and gets the ball up the court. That's very smart. That's a Bill Russell move.
Bayard Forrest, one of 5 first-year players for Phoenix, gets it over to another rookie, Alvan Scott. He knocks it down to tie the game at 46 with 1:40 to go. Walter Davis, who's been on the bench for a while resting, has 13 points to lead Phoenix. Adams has 9. Westphal has 8. For the 76ers, McGinnis has 11. Collins has 8. Bryant has 8. Free has 9. On the run on a 2-on-3 break. Bratz takes it down deep anyway, and Garherd puts it up. McGinnis clears. They're getting mean inside, going for those rebounds. A lot of muscle in there. Knicks throws up a difficult shot, but gets his own rebound and just works harder. So Steve Nicks, if at first you don't succeed, gets it on the second try. And now with a minute to go in the first half, the 76ers lead by 2, 48-46. We have 10:33 left to play in the third period. We welcome those of you who've been watching the Knicks and the Boston Celtics. This is Don Criqui with John McLaughlin at the Coliseum in Phoenix. As you see, the 76ers are leading the Phoenix Suns 52-48. A game with a lot of personal fouls, a lot of contact. Caldwell Jones has played a very good game. He has the ball and gets it out to Bibby. The big matchup here is 2 all-pro backcourt players. Westphal is going against Doug Collins. Westphal has been forced to shoot from the outside, John.
That's the first field goal in the game for Dr. J. He was 0 for 10 at half. And nice defense at the other end. I hesitated there because Dr. J getting in front of Walt Davis that time, taking the charge, very nicely falling down.
Doctor has not scored well against Phoenix in the 2 previous meetings, averaging just over 15 points a game, but he did get 10 rebounds in the first half, so he was still a big factor for the 76ers, and they led by 4. Now, George McGinnis is called for a travel, loses the ball back to the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix comes into this game 1/2 game behind Denver, looking for the second-best record in the Western Conference, and right now we're going to have a timeout, 10:06 to play in the third period. And we welcome you again. We've been watching the Knicks and the Boston Celtics. Here is a jump ball. We've had a problem here at Phoenix as the torrential rains, which have caused emergency conditions in the Valley of the Sun, have inundated the top of this building, the Coliseum, in a very short time ago. You see that missing chunk. Well, that almost hit when it came down. Official Earl Strom, but for his quick feet, he was out of here. Toes up.
I haven't seen him move like that in years.
Building is soaked, it's been, so everybody's looking up. They're very concerned this is going to happen again. You can be sure that Cricky and McLaughlin are very concerned about it.
The Suns must close the gap a little. They're allowing the Sixers to get away. The Suns turning the ball over a lot, and it's not necessarily because of great defense by the Sixers. The Suns just not handling it that well.
Philadelphia led by 4 at the half. They've opened up a 10-point lead in the third period. Now it's 8. A lot of bumping. There's been outright collisions in this game as they are really mixing it up in the lanes, going for those rebounds. Julius Erving, who's not scored much, hitting is just his 3rd field goal in the game, and he puts Phoenix 10 points in the hole again. Here is Alvan Adams. A good touch, but Julius Erving jumps over everybody and leads the break down court for the 76ers. But Phoenix, with rookies in the lineup and a lot of team speed, gets back to set up and block it. Now Henry Bibby, who Jack Ramsey, the Portland coach, once called the most valuable player in Philadelphia, quarterbacks the 76ers. Bryant leans in and a foul is called. Joe Bryant will shoot 2.
Well, the combination of things happening to the Suns. Number one, they're not really tightening up the defense like they would like. And secondly, at the other end, they're not able to put the ball in the basket.
And so with 5:28 to go in the third period, it's Philadelphia 62, Phoenix 52. Again, those of you who are watching the Boston-New York Knicks game here at the Coliseum in Phoenix, the roof is holding up for the moment as Alvan Adams glides in and lays it down. Philadelphia had opened up a 10-point lead here in the third period, and it's winding down to 50 seconds now. Then the Suns came back with a running game and challenged it, came down to 2 points. Philadelphia pulled up by 6, and now it is a 4-point game, Philadelphia.
Ronnie Lee once again. They're clearing the area here. We have a discrepancy between the 2 officials, I believe. They're clearing the lane area for free to go one-on-one. They do this so often. Now, look, Ronnie Lee getting over. We're blocked. You can't really tell what happened. One official wanted to call a charge, the other a block.
John McLeod and Al Bianchi. Lee's had 1 technical called on him already. Lee is a karate expert. You'd have to be to fall like he does. That's the first thing you learn in karate. He hits that
on the ball, we go with a jump ball. No team foul.
A double foul on...
Double foul. No team foul. They're going to call a jump ball situation, I think, because of the discrepancy between the 2 officials.
This has been like a rugby game or a football game. We have people just all-out crashes out there. 44 seconds to go in the third period. Bill Cunningham, one of the leading technical foul getters so far, has not been guilty today. He's been up a few times. All the coaches have.
Only behind Kevin Lockery, right?
Yeah, but he's had a few less games, Billy.
That's right.
Lead pass goes up court to Griffin on the fly. He's rejected by Caldwell Jones, but it is called a goaltend, and now the 76ers bench is up, and this has been like a playoff game, very hotly contested.
Jones doing an excellent job. He can block shots. Here it is. Judge for yourself. I don't think that was a goaltend.
This is Don Criqui with John McLaughlin. We have 37 seconds to play in the third period here at the Coliseum in Phoenix, and now Philadelphia's lead is cut to 2. As Bill Cunningham, under whom the Philadelphia 76ers have come up with a record of 40-16 this season and lead the Atlantic Division. They've been the leader in that division since mid-November. They've not lost 2 games in a row yet this season under Cunningham, but they're in a tough one here today after a 1-point loss at Los Angeles Friday night. Our herd is down right now. We have a pause in the action. 37 seconds to play the score. The 76ers 71, the Phoenix Suns 69. Doug Collins knocks it down to break the tie. This is Don Criqui with John McLaughlin back at Phoenix. We welcome our viewers again. Walter Davis, the spectacular rookie out of North Carolina, has keyed the resurgence of the Phoenix Suns here in the second half. That's Davis going to the basket. He now has scored 19 points in the game. He's put the ball up 14 times. He's hit 9. Game plan for Phoenix after they trailed by 10 was go to Walter Davis, and he did it for him.
Now the Suns must be aware of going to the boards and concentrating on getting back on defense. The Sixers, on the other hand, they're going to want to run. They're going to want to go to the boards and try to get the offensive momentum more back into their favor.
Julius Erving, with his great leaping ability, has taken down 16 rebounds. Here comes Walter Davis on a missed shot by Dawkins. Out to Westphal. And Buse takes a free shot, albeit a long one, from the corner, and here come the Philadelphia 76ers running. Collins shoots. The best backcourt shooter in the NBA can't get it down twice. And Adams rebounds, looks for the outlet, up court to Westphal. Dawkins is back. They rule it, touched Walter Davis last. And so Philadelphia gets the ball.
Earl Strom right on that play. That was a difficult play to make. The fans, of course, they wanted to go the other way, but it was a good call. Walter Davis did hit the ball.
Doug Collins, with his usual superb floor game, has quietly put up the most points of any Philadelphia player. He has 16. As the Sixers hold to a 2-point lead, 81-79, with 6:35 left to play in the game. McGinnis loses the handle, but gets it back to the Prince of Midair, Lloyd Free, who draws a shooting foul. Westphal got him.
You know, Free goes to the line so many times, and it's because of the way he shoots his shot. He actually comes into the defensive player, but most of the time they call it, like they did that time on Westphal, on the defensive player for coming in under Free, when in essence, he's creating the contact.
A little earlier, Westphal threw a forearm into the chest of Steve Mix for holding him. The foul was against Mix.
Here you'll see the free shot, but from this angle, you really can't tell how they came into one another, but he puts the ball up so high, that time it barely breezed the net.
Lloyd Free can't get it down, and one of the 5 first-year players on Phoenix, Bayard Forrest, gets the rebound. Here is Buse. Walter Davis very quick, very fleet, moving back and forth across the lane. Ron Lee with 4 fouls, gets it to Walter Davis against Mix. Up and over Mix. Alvan Adams with the offensive board, back up. Can't get it to go, and Dawkins gets it. And you know he's got it when he clamps down on it. He's liable to deflate it.
That's right. Must feel like a baseball in his hand.
Got the good junior going. Lloyd Free coming into the lane, gets the shot, and now Phoenix, after the lead was cut right down, has gone back up by 5, 84-79. We're in the 4th period, 5:45 to play. Buse inside to Alvan, and taken away from Alvan Adams by George McGinnis, but Rakel, the official right there, says he stepped on the baseline of the court.
McGinnis read that very well. The Suns, though.
The official right there says he stepped on the baseline of the court.
McGinnis read that very well. The Suns, they'll come out and pass the ball back in. You can see the ball going into Adams, and of course McGinnis coming from behind him. Can't really tell if he stepped out.
Offensive foul on Phoenix.
Number 33, Alvan Adams, his 4th.
Alvan Adams just got his 4th for pushing, and now Gar Hurd comes in for Forrest. Doug Collins and Lloyd Free in the back line for the Philadelphia 76ers. Mix, Dawkins, and McGinnis up front. Gar Hurd, Alvan Adams, Walter Davis, Don Buse, and Ron Lee in the game for Phoenix. 5:30 to play, 5-point lead for the 76ers. Collins fired.
That's a big play for the 76ers. They ran it very nicely. It was a pin down for Collins away from the ball, and the way they moved it over there was very effective.
Always moving away from the ball. Doug Collins now has 18. Alvan Adams is going to the basket, but he can't get it to go. And now Philadelphia, its 10-point lead cut down, has opened up a 7-point advantage and can go up by 9 if they hit here.
Adams missing those shots because of some intimidation by the Sixers. When you go up in there for the shot, and you see the same play here for Doug Collins, but this time he misses it.
Nix gets the ball right back to Collins, over to George McGinnis. Look at Dawkins, unbelievable. There was 260 pounds of Darryl Dawkins flying across like a big surrealistic hawk.
Boy, did he get that rebound. Ronnie Lee falling down, trying to take a charge again. Here you'll see it. Ron will go down. They do not call this one on McGinnis. Watch Dawkins. He put his left hand up somewhere around the basket to kind of balance himself.
An awesome individual, Darryl Dawkins. And now it is an 87-79 game, so Phoenix has to start firing and hitting. They work plays. Walter Davis was the guy that got him back in it before.
Just one-on-one. He takes the ball and he shoots so quickly that it's very difficult for the defensive player to get up and deflect the ball.
Davis now has 21. Boston is blowing out the Knicks 102-78 after losing to New York last night. Here's a whistle from Earl Strom, and the ball will come back inbounds to McGinnis.
Well, Lee and Buse really going after the ball now. Free dribbling a little more than he should. And he's probably lucky to come out of there with the Sixers still having the ball. The Suns must go after. They must double team. They have to play the passing lanes as much as possible now. being down 81-87 with 4:20 to go.
Boston now leading the next 104-80 as Bill Cunningham questions the call. 87-81. Looking at the point totals, Walter Davis, who had 13 in the first half, coming alive again now with 21 to lead all scorers. Alvan Adams has hit 18. Westphal has 12. Less than half his per game average of over 25. Buse has 8. Don't forget the tennis competition with Jimmy Connors in the final event coming up from Memphis, Tennessee. Immediately following this NBA game. We have 4:18 left to play. The 76ers now winding down the game clock by using the shot clock.
The Sixers in their point offense again, using Collins down low, free up top, and here he goes 1-on-1. And that is not normally a good shot, but he does it so often that many times he makes it.
Ron Lee comes back the other way. 4 minutes to go. Gar Hurd takes a look and goes back to Westphal. Lee fires. He hasn't hit one from out there all day. Collins outraces everybody. Lead pass goes to Free up against Westphal. And there goes that crasher from Oregon.
Number 44, Cole Westphal is third.
We'll take a look again here, John.
Well, you see Free coming in with the ball. Now, Westphal knows that he's been beaten here, so he reaches in and he prevents Free from getting the ball up. At least he can't get 3 points out of it. It's a smart play.
Lloyd Free is a 16-point-a-game scorer, a 73% free throw shooter from Guilford College in North Carolina. There's a little necklace with the word world on it. He's all world.
Well, if you believe it, that's half the battle.
So we're going to have a break in the action now. 3:52 to play, and the 76ers holding to an 89-81 lead.